and I've said this before, I wish I could change if we could go back to high school, because talking about the like our attention span, do you reckon if we didn't play so many games, it would our attention span would be a lot better? But then it's also, I reckon, if we didn't play so many games, our friendships with everyone else wouldn't be so close as well. What do you reckon?
Dude, if I could
It's like
go
a
back,
balance.
if I could go back to high school, I would tell my parents to ban all games. In all
You
honesty,
reckon? You
it
reckon?
was the biggest distraction for me. Not that ATAR and studying really matters, but it was just
If
like-
anything,
like-
I would go 100 times more on it.
like honestly, what do we gain out of games?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Looking
that
back
I,
now, like all those hours of Call of Duty and 2K, like, what did we gain from it?
yeah, I think that's what gets me.
Oh,
Like
I
if,
got
if
quick reflexes now.
like for example, if
Oh,
we
I can
compare
shoot
it to 100 hours of climbing trees, all right, at least you can climb a tree well. Like that actually translates into like real life.
Like imagine we swapped 100 hours of COD into reading
Yeah,
or like chess
yeah,
or learning an instrument.
literally. And that's the next
We
segment that
wouldn't
I
even be
wanted to
doing
go.
this podcast, bro.
I think so. No, look, there's pros and cons, but I think reading is one of the big ones. Like, what how do you feel like with reading now? Like, so you have a Kindle.
Yeah, I love reading now. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made, the
Yeah.
Kindle.
Yeah,
in all
this guy
honesty.
got me on the Kindle too, because I saw how much he was reading. And I was like, oh, and it's the best thing ever. It's makes everything so much more easier because you can read it in your bed, whatever. But so you would read from a very young age.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a story that I was quite traumatized about reading? That's why I don't read now. No, I read now, but I didn't read when I was younger. So when I came into this country, wait, why are you laughing? When I came into this country, hear me out, man. This is a pretty sad story. When I came into this country, my mom knew my English wasn't there. You know what I mean? It's not all there. So she tried to homeschool me before I went
That's a
into
bad idea, bro.
going to school. And man, my attention span back then, like, was even worse than what it is now. And like, I could not sit still. And it's obviously not to games. I don't know. You're a kid, right? And so my mom brought this one book out, and it was A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life. And she had a ruler, and she was like, read this like sentence by sentence. And I promise you, I could not get through a paragraph. And every word that I got wrong,
Oh, she smacked you.
she smacked me. She smacked me hard, bro. She smacked me hard. And I was just like, in my Filipino accent, I can't do it. I don't know
what I'm doing, man.
It is so hard. And so, yeah, man, like in a way, like I never liked reading because I was just like, it's a waste of time. What's the point of it? But yeah, I'm with you, man. Reading would have changed our lives, I reckon. I don't even know where we would be if we were reading.
But going back to what we said earlier, if we didn't play all those games and just read all the time, I don't think we'd be
that's
as
the
close.
thing. There's this one guy in our year level. Every lunchtime, he would go and read in the library.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't.
Yeah,
remember this guy.
no one knew him. No one knew him.
Wait, who is it?
It was literally the smartest guy in our year level.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and you remember he would go into the library and bro,
Hey, I'm gonna read now.
these books were like this thick, and I promise you, he would get through it in a week. He was like, "Oh, I gotta read the next part of
Dude,
this
you had a new
book."
book every week.
Yeah, I was like, "I gotta read the next part of this book. I want to see what happens." And in a way, yes, like it's good he read, but then like versus friendship, I don't know.
Obviously, you need a balance.
You gotta balance.
Maybe
it.
you read first half of lunch
So
and
you
come
s-
out
you-
and play down ball second half. of lunch.
Yeah, you're saying you wouldn't make your kids play games at all?
No, I don't want my kids playing games. In all honesty, I don't think I would give my kids a smartphone either until high school.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with that. But what about an iPad if they need it for?
Yeah, for school.
Yeah,
But
I would definitely give my kid an
But
iPad.
I see a lot of parents now who just like when their kids at a restaurant, they're just like, "Oh yeah, here, have this iPad," and just play on it for hours.
Exactly.
I don't want that with
Yeah,
my kid.
that's horrible. Yeah.
But obviously, everything in life needs a bit of a balance.
Bit of a balance, guys. But get into reading. Get a Kindle if you can. It'll help you, encourage you to read.
It's just so much easier with the Kindle
Where's
than
mine?
with. It is one of the best purchases I've ever made.
Here you go, boys. Right here. Get one. Get yourself one. Sponsor us. What is it? Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. Thanks, Jeff. I know you're not there anymore, but thanks.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he's like handed off main CEO
Wow.
to someone else.
Well, if you're,
Just too busy going into space and stuff.
was it him that's gonna fight, or it's Elon and
Zuck.
Zuck? What about Jeff and Elon? Who wins?
I don't know Jeff's training regime, but
He's pretty
Jeff's pretty jacked.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked.
And he just got divorced. He's got a lot of anger in him,
Oh
maybe.
no way! Did he get a prenup?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think so, because I remember reading
Jesus.
something about how he had to give away a bunch of moolah.
Man, if you could, we're getting into an hour here, so I reckon we could.
So fast, man.
I know. I feel like I have like an hour left to talk about with you, and we just kind of got going. But I reckon we'll end it on this because this will be a good value for the people.
We say that.
We say that every week, but do we actually give you guys value? I don't know. If you could recommend one book to our listeners.
Not just one book.
Okay, it doesn't have to be your favorite book,
Okay,
but just one
I
book.
think Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell
Yeah.
is my go-to book. I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, but give me a rundown of what your.
It basically talks about how all the people who are like really successful, such as Bill Gates. Actually, I'll use Bill Gates as an example. The reason Bill Gates was successful was because he had, what's the word? He put a lot of time into coding and stuff.
Yeah.
So Outliers is basically saying that you have to dedicate your whole life to.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never read that one.
So yeah, you got to dedicate your whole life to what you want to do to be successful. And in that book, they explained the 10,000 hour theory,
Yep.
which is you have to do something for 10,000 hours to be like proficient at it, at
Yep.
least.
The Beatles.
Yeah,
Apparently
yeah,
they
they spoke about Beatles, Bill Gates, a bunch of other people as well that I can't remember. A bunch of sportsmen like Michael Jordan, 10,000 hours shooting hoops.
Do you think you have to love it though?
No, you don't have to love it,
Oh.
but if that's what you want to achieve, then you got to put the work in.
Oh, dude, you know what's another segment we should do? We should bring in a book and then we ask each other about it.
Club.
Oh, Friday book clubs.
What are you? Oh, let me guess your book.
Yeah,
I think it's Atomic
it's
Habits.
easily.
100%. James Clear.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
It's the Bible, dude.
Oh, no, yeah. You can't play those games, man.
Nah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Atomic Habits. I feel like that book changed my life. It's because for me, I'm naturally a lazy person.
Everyone is.
No, dude.
No, everyone is. No,
Dude.
trust.
No.
Everyone
No, bro. I don't think you know how lazy I can get.
No, trust.
Anyways.
Everyone is.
So like with the Atomic Habits, it literally like encourages you to pick up good habits that will actually improve your life. And I think reading was one of them. And I actually applied what they say in Atomic Habits to reading, and it actually worked. So yeah, it helps you just take it step by step. And I think the biggest thing I got from that book is like, try to improve even 1% every day.
The 1% theory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if for 1%, because in a span of
100
300
days, you'll be 100% better.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Because
And you'll
everyone's
become an outlier.
it's kind of the same, huh?
Yeah.
I want to read that book. That's
yeah,
a
you
good
should.
one.
It's a good book.
Did you just read that recently, or?
No, I read this 3 years ago.
Oh. Yeah, and like with
So I
the
kind of forgot everything.
with the Atomic Habits, it's life changing, man. You guys read it whenever you have a chance.
Honestly,
by
buy a
James Clear.
Kindle because it changes your life.
It's hard because like people are like, oh, I like the feeling of a book, and plus a Kindle is like 200. How much is it? 250 bucks.
Yeah, but then you just end up saving money because books are cheaper on there anyway.
Yeah, it's a hard gamble for people, but for me, it's just like I like kind of reading in bed,
Yep.
and then I don't like I have to, like in my way, and then you can highlight on the Kindle. and then you have the night light. You don't even need a light. So, and it's more better for your eyes.
For me, I like sometimes reading 2-3 books at the same time, so you don't have to carry around 2-3 books. You can
That's
just
true,
flip it,
yeah.
flip it straight on the Kindle.
Yeah, that's
simple.
That was one of my favorite things too. Like with architecture books, they tend to be like literally like this big and like this thick. So I'm like, I don't want to carry that. Just pop it on your Kindle, bang bang.
Yeah, and people have the excuse about how they don't read their Bible because it's too big. No, we
Oh,
have no
dude.
excuses. It's on our
Put
Kindle.
it on your Kindle,
yeah,
man.
we're supposed to read it every day, but
Put your devotions on there. Yeah, read your Bible, read a book, and you know, what else did we talk about today? Sardines. Don't pack things into
honestly, to all the parents listening,
Stop.
don't drop
Use
your
another container.
don't drop your baby, and make sure they pick up some instrument or sport from
Yeah,
a very
that's a
young
good
age.
one. Hey, there you go.
And then that way you can work out if your baby's actually a flop or not.
And we'll list down all of the scholarly articles and the research all behind
Yeah.
what's
Oh yeah, definitely.
underneath. It's just gonna be our TikTok and our Spotify. Yeah, follow Kevin's TikTok, man. This guy's
Oh
on
yeah, I started
another.
with TikTok, everyone.
This guy's on another. He's on a vibe, man. He's picking up what TikTok actually is.